There we go. There we go. Hold on, guys. I need to change one thing. Or I need to do one thing. Okay, wait. Actually, I did the thing. Hold on. Deserted YT and Infernal. Hello. What's up? How's it going? Are you guys real people? I believe you. It was a little curious timing. I saw some instant same time follows and same time chat messages. Quite curious. Sorry. I believe you guys though. Deadeye, what's up? What did you want to tell me? Guys, I'm kind of vibing today. Do you remember the snail race you tried to win in Undertale? Yes, I do. The scam. The ultimate scam. It is in fact consistently winnable, but if you win, you get 9 gold reward. So it's a waste of time. Scamming Temis is faster. Oh, wait, because you pay 10. It's a fucked up world. It's truly a messed up world we live in. Anyways, y'all. Here is the sock of the day. Dude, you know, I've gone through so many socks. Kind of crazy. I've got the greatest idea ever to end the series. What is it? Let's hear it, Band of Fish. Oh, yeah, I am going to shave my bed. I think, I don't know whether to do it day 100. It's just going to be so annoying. If I get, like, a razor and, you know, like, actually shave it down to the skin. But, like, I'd have to shower before I run. And, like, it's going to be so annoying. You know? Because I have to clean myself up. And then I have to, and then if I do it here, it's gonna like get all of my floor and stuff. I could just shave it like before, yeah, and just show up with a bald head. Eat the whole McDonald's menu. A Band of Fish, that's actually a great idea. I do want to do an eat the menu. I do really want to do an eat the menu. But you know what it actually might be? I was talking about this like a couple weeks ago. I think what it might actually be is I have a lot of international viewers or even like different states. I think I would want to take like 10 to 15 cultural dishes and tier list them. That would be a little harder to do. But I think it would be better as like an actual video. But then McDonald's would be easier to do. But I feel like that's been done before. But I would actually enjoy doing that as well, though. So, I don't know. We have some time, though. Also, you guys are going to like... I'm going to be disappointing. I'm really bad at eating. Like, I know it's like weird to say, but like... Okay, there's a couple of things that I'm bad at. It's like, I'm not good at eating in front of other people. Are any of you guys like that? I actually, like, I get uncomfortable when I eat in front of other people. So that's why I don't really eat on stream a lot. Because I get really, like self-conscious or something. But then also, I'm really also not good at eating large amounts of food. Once, like, something gets a little too overwhelming for me, my, like, stomach, like, shuts off. It's kind of weird. So I feel like when I'm out at, like, dinner or something, there's, like, it's almost like a sign of whether I feel close to you or not. If I'm, like, eating, like, myself, or I'm eating, like, very little. And most people I eat, like, very little in front of. I'm not like that, to be honest. I don't relate. You're lucky. You're a lucky one. This is no joke. I started training and, like, 1 year later, I lost all my hair. Like, all your hair everywhere? Would you eat in front of someone? No, even as, like, a first date. I can't really eat a lot. I eat like a fucking rabbit. That's to day 70. It's going pretty good. I think when I don't have multiple streams a day, I can take my morning a little more chill. And I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. Yeah. Although, oh, dude, my legs are, like, actually toast. I missed my child being born for this stream. Honestly, I respect that decision. I think Undertale was a bit much. That game was too unintuitive. Wait, YouTube is not showing up? Oh! Oh. Dude, if this social stream thing that I use, this chat overlay, if it just auto, like, did the YouTube, oh, it would be pretty perfect. But it's like, there's like a manual step. It's kind of annoying. Wait, Big Ian, was that, like, the first time you saw Undertale being played? Or, like, beaten? Alright, YouTube should be good now. No, I've played it a lot? Ah. I think the reception to Undertale is pretty good, no? You know what I think it is? I just think it's average, and I think the reception for Melee is just horrid. So I think we got, like, a low bar right now. Well, I guess also these workouts too, which is, like, the most understandable thing. I just don't love how unclear the choices can be. Yeah, Big E and me too. I don't like not feeling sure of my decisions. And Pack Jerry, hello. How's it going? Wait. You know when you, like, someone asks you how's it going and you don't respond and you say how's it going? That's what I just did. But I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good too. And hello, Fungi Noodle. Guys, I'm excited for I'm excited to be done with workouts. Man. I feel like this challenge, it's like just like I don't know. I don't know sometimes. Like it's like I feel like at its core, I'm just trying to prove something. I don't know if I'm trying to prove something to the world. I don't know if I'm trying to prove something to myself. But it's like I don't know. It is not that long anymore. But I've been like beaten down. I've been beaten down. Awesome, dude. Your exams are finally over. Congrats. Do you feel good about them? That is the important question. It feels so much better. You know what? Honestly, I was going to say it feels a lot better to like have known that you did well on an exam, but like it's over. But now that I think back, even if I failed an exam, just being done feels so good. You look way more fit than day one, so something must be going right. Yeah, I mean, I feel better, but it's just I think it's more mentally. Like I just feel like I'm getting like very burnt out. Feeling better about the state of Hikari production. Yeah, Hikari's looking really good. Again, it's gonna be a weird, different video, but I feel good about it. We're getting lower and lower time-wise. I think right now it's at like 53 minutes. I want to bring it down a little more, definitely under 50 minutes. So, yeah, I don't know. Dude, it's really hard. I feel like editing is really hard because like you could spend so much time on a video and like if you get something wrong, it's not going to do well. And it's like there's a lot of pieces in the video, right? I think I'm going to finish editing the video and then I'm going to I like sitting on the video for a little bit just to make sure everything's good. Hikari production it's just basically my next video. The next video that's like main channel. I did finally bring on a new editor. So like a main channel editor, guys. So I mean, it's still kind of like a trial period, but if it goes well, we should pretty much double our rate of videos, which even if it's doubled is not that great. It's like maybe like 1.5 videos a month, or like I think 2 videos a month probably is gonna be good, but we'll see. That's true, Deadeye. Just learning stuff is always good. And it is the beginning of the Rue Media Empire. Wait, Rue Industries? Rue Media Industries? I don't know. Are we on the same page? I think so. I think the thing that I really look for in editors is like, it's gonna sound weird, guys. It's gonna be like, I see if the editor has a soul. And if I see the editor has a soul, I feel like I'm like a lot more likely to want to work with them. A soul, yes. A soul for me to take and break the barrier. No, it's just like how do I even describe it? I think editing can get very like cold sometimes. Like you just make some cuts, add some sound effects, add some music, you're done. But I like people who make me feel something with their like video. And the guy I'm working with, I'm really excited because I watched one of his videos. He has like a channel of his own. And I watched one video and I was like, that made me feel something in my heart. You know when you watch something and then you're like, it almost like cuts through. It's like, I don't want to say, I don't want to say it's like not slop, but maybe it is like not slop. It's not even creativity. It just touches your heart. I don't know. Um, yeah, and I think that is one of the most important things for me is just whether it can make me feel something. Because I feel like a lot of times I try to feel something. Why do I watch YouTube? I want to feel. Actually, no. I think half the time I want to feel something, half the time I'm just searching for slop. Actually, okay. 20% of the time I'm just looking for. I mean, 80% of the time I'm looking for slop actually. So maybe I need a slop editor. Yeah, that's kind of what your favorite character you feel the impact. Wait, guys, how often? Like, when? Okay, am I kind of like? I'm just trying to get a picture of like what you guys watch. Like, are you guys also the same? Like, you know how there's like really really good videos, right? That are like very interesting and like very engaging. How much percent of your do you actually seek that out? Because I can't watch super engaging, super interesting stuff like 100% of the time. It's too intense for me. So I feel like my split is like 80-20, I think. 80% of the time, I'm just looking for something to like just fucking just I don't know, like fall asleep to or something. I was just saying you criticize Undertale for making you feel something. Yeah. No, but I liked the part that made me feel something. I didn't like the uncertainty, I think, that I didn't like the uncertainty, I think. I think that's what I didn't like about the game. I don't like feeling uncertain of my actions, I think. Dude, I think learning psychology would actually be very fun. It's like I feel like it's so understudied. Like why people feel like certain ways and stuff and like just how my brain is. Like all of our brains were so unique. We're similar but then so unique as well, you know? I think the anxiety of uncertainty is part of the thing that Undertale wanted to make you feel. Yeah, no, I get that for sure. But I think I don't know. I think a lot of it is like I'm not comfortable. You know, I am a lot more comfortable in my own skin than I was like 10 years ago, but I feel like I still got a long way to go. Collab with Joe Bart, that would be peak. Dude, a lot of people have been like commenting like stuff about Joe Bart on my videos. Interestingly. Also, guys, we got to find I think like a topic for like maybe sometime in the future is like we gotta find better I was like actually looking at some YouTube channels like Joe Bart and then Atrioc too. Dude, they're just farming React videos. But like I would only farm a React video if I think it's like actually very interesting. So like maybe we gotta find our like React like pipeline or like what I don't know. I don't know what I would I know Atrioc does a lot more than React, but if you look at like Big A right now, it's like I don't know, at least for like the past month or something, it's like 90% React videos. Well, I don't know if you like want to say like the React is like something different, like maybe like a more sophisticated React or something, but I think it's in like the React bucket. I wish Joe Bart did less React videos. They're my least favorite out of his content. Interesting. He does a ton of research. Yeah, I know he used to do like his Marketing Monday stuff. That was not only Mondays. JXG, what's up? Yeah, but I think it'd be I think it's like it's one of those things where like there are so many topics to talk about in the world that like I gotta find what viewers like and that I also like. So we can like, you know, find like a nice little you know, thing. And I don't know if that looks like maybe it's like dissecting like corpo speak and I don't know, talking about the business world. How weird would that be? Like me leaving the business world and hating it, and then like talking about the business world, but then like in a lens where I'm like, okay, this is also dumb. Let's cut through the bullshit. What do these people want? I don't know. But or like even like, I don't know, philosophy stuff. Even though I like suck at philosophy, but there's a lot of stuff. And even like, I don't know, making stuff. There's a ton of stuff on like making different things, right? Like engineering, I guess. Hello, Jake. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. You don't have to do reactions. You can do a part of content that is react. If you don't want to do it or look down on it, you can totally exempt yourself of it. I guess I don't really. I think the thing about me, right, is like I think a lot of people use React. It's almost the same way that people use gaming. Like people like Squeaks, they don't actually like care that much about the game. They use the game as a background noise for conversation. And I think the same thing kind of applies to like a lot of React creators. It'd be a little more like strange just to like speak for like 2 hours. But if you have something on the TV and then you're just chilling and hanging out and like conversing, I feel like that is like what React is. Which I guess I'm kind of now understanding more. Yeah. Where am I from? I'm from the US, but I'm Korean American. Like I'm doing with this sport thing. I guess, but it doesn't even work like that because it's like, dude, running takes so much like energy out of me that it's like I can't even talk. And hello, Blueberry. Yeah. Do I play any games? I don't actually play that many games, but we're increasing our repertoire. We are increasing our repertoire slowly but surely. Yeah, like games are like reaction cards do. I think the hard part about games is like doing what Squeaks does. I would say Squeaks is like the biggest like game hangouter. I don't know if that makes sense. But like I feel like if you do games and talk, it's much harder to make them into segments. Cause like the game doesn't really like end, you know? Or it's like I feel like what you talk about is like very off topic. That's why I think React videos work so well on YouTube. I mean, I feel like you can copy Squeaks. No, it's like is he basically just like a stand-up comedian over an extended set? No. Like I'm sure there will be other people that like are fit that mold. And I should try to speedrun Mario 64. Dude, Mario 64 is actually the hardest game ever. The movement, for some reason, the movement in like older games. Oh, sorry, I forgot to change the cap. The movement in older games is so like hard, I feel like. Dude, Super Mario 64 movement is crazy. All right, let's bring up the speed to... It's still gonna be pretty slow today, but... All right, I think we are kind of set up. Okay, yeah, sure, but you can't just do it. You kind of need to prep the personality. Yeah, but yeah, I think so. But then also, I feel like stand-up is learnable. But I don't know. I'm sure like people will be better or worse than it. I feel like that's a lot of things. Even like reacting, I feel like it's like a skill, almost. Google lists him as an internet personality. Who, Squeaks? Do I like RPGs? Do I like is Fire Emblem an RPG? I think I don't really like JRPGs. But is Fire Emblem an RPG? I like tactical RPGs. Tactical RPG? Dude, I love... What happened to, like, tactic games? Oh my god, Fire Emblem is a JRPG. I thought JRPGs were, like, Final Fantasy. I don't really like... Wait, Final Fantasy, technically, the older ones, is also a tactical RPG, no? Because you have, like, you have, like, moves that you can pick from. I don't like Final Fantasy. Sorry, guys. I don't like Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy sounds a lot better, like, in your head than it does, like, actually playing. Is that a hot take? JRPGs are any... Yeah, it is just like any Japanese RPG, but, like... It's like, I think it's like a specific, like, gameplay style. No? Like, there's, like, commonalities. I think when people say JRPG, it's, like, a specific, like, type of, like, Japanese RPG. It just doesn't... Yeah, I don't know. Who was I supporting this World Cup? Who was I actually supporting? Norway. Final Fantasy Tactics is good. I miss those games. Those are my favorite games. Final Fantasy Tactics. What is there? Isn't there like a tank thing? I forget what the tank thing is called. You have like a bunch of tanks and stuff. And then Fire Emblem. I think the old like Game Boy Fire Emblem games were like my favorite games ever. Yes, Advance Wars. I love that shit. See, that's why I'm also especially bad at games. Is because I've always played games that require no mechanics. I wish more people played Earthbound. I've never heard of Earthbound. I missed the Game Boy era. I don't know whether it was like the age I was, but that just slapped. Do you got any goals for your body? I mean, ideally, I don't care about anything. I would just love to run really fast and not be injured anymore. But other than that, I just want to feel like an athlete again, I guess. What is my favorite game? My favorite game is League. Oh my god, speaking of League, Penzen. Unfortunately, it would take no time because I'm already past gold. I think we're gonna have a league arc. I want to try to hit like the top 1% of players. I don't know if that's like Diamond 1, Diamond 2 maybe. I think that'd be a good goal. Did I ever play Ludwig? Nope. But I gotta rip off the Band-Aid. Actually, no, guys, you know what? I was thinking about this yesterday. You know, I honestly might delay
the Ludwig thing for like 6 months. Is that crazy? Like, I genuinely think it would take me 6 months to beat him. Like, like I think I came to a realization, like, this shit takes so long. But isn't the whole premise of the video, like, how long does it take to beat, like, a former competitive player? And it's literally finding out that answer. Because I cannot beat him. And I think it's just a statement on Melee. It's just like, Melee is really, really hard. So like, you cannot speedrun Melee. I think that's like the core thing of like my research or like this experiment. Melee is not a game you can speedrun. I was supposed to play it a couple weeks ago, but I basically had no shot, so I just did not. I mean, you know, I'll maybe ask him for his thoughts. Because he's down to play me anytime, but I also don't want to like take too much of his time. Like, I feel like 3 games is kind of a lot, but we'll see. Maybe we could do one now and then one later as well. I think it's anticlimactic for stream, but I think for a video, it doesn't really matter, no? Like, if we think about a video, it's like, it's just like a long-term video. Yeah, I mean, I've been recording stuff offline. Dude, I think the, no, dude, I think there's hella good content off stream where I'm fucking banging my desk. Dude, I turn into a demon at like 2 a.m. playing ranked. It's so bad. JX, I'm Korean American, but I like born in the US. I actually think the off-stream grinding arc goes really hard. Do I know what's going on in India? I think someone told me the other day. Someone's on a hunger strike. The Minister of Education. Wait, no. Someone's going on a hunger strike because the Minister of Education sucks or something, no? I don't know. I think that's what I remember. I'm cultured. I'm knowledgeable. The real Elgato, thank you so much. Guys, you ever think like news stations are gonna like be owned by streamers one day? Or not owned, but like, I feel like there's space in the streaming industry. It's so young that I feel like people could like create their own news network. Like a more authentic, like direct news network. And they literally just travel around, I don't know, maybe the US and like report on stories. I think that would actually be kind of sick. Just there's some like pioneer. I luckily get all my news from Atrioc. Ah. Is news even profitable though? Sometimes I look at these like existing media corporations and there's so much like bloat. It's like, and then you look at live streamers and the production is so like, I guess efficient. Ooh. Dude, you know what's crazy? I always thought Hassan's streams are crazy. I don't get how. I've never tuned in. I mean, I've like seen like a couple things like here and there, but like I don't get how you can stream for like 10 hours talking about like, isn't there? Don't you run out of news and like current events? Like it's not possible, is it? What? It's crazy, dude. He streams so many hours. Like, one thing is like, how do you not lose your voice? Like, I feel like it's actually like, you're talking so much. You can always talk shit and he does a lot of react too. Interesting. I mean, I guess technically like XQC also like streams like crazy amounts now. So maybe it's not too different. Leviathan, very, very true. Very, very true. Guys, news is almost like the... Wait, did I talk about this before? I'm kind of getting deja vu. I feel like news is like the first form of slop. Like at least for like TV news, it's like always on, and you're always kind of like passively like partaking. I feel like that is the OG slop. Bro, I'm not happy with life. I don't have the motive to do work unless I have a lot of pressure. I'm sorry you're not happy with life. I think you could take solace in the fact, though, that I feel like life changes very quickly. Like one day you could be like hating your life. Honestly, like the next day, the next week, you could be loving your life. You never know like what direction it's gonna go or what's gonna happen and stuff. Like I hated my life 2 years ago. Not even 2 years ago, a year ago. I hated my life. I absolutely hated my life a year ago. Sometime soon. It is being worked on right now. It is being worked on. You know what I'm gonna have to like start experimenting on at some point is like lowering quality of videos. Like if there's like a 10% reduction in quality, but I can get the video out like 40% faster, I feel like that could be a trade-off that is worth it. But we will have to do some experimenting. It does sound bad, but that's like everything. I feel like all businesses, it's like you gotta like find the optimal production. How good am I at cooking food? I'm amazing. Actually, I'm kind of goated. I would say I'm like a 7, 8 out of 10, honestly. Like, if I don't have a recipe and I'm just kind of winging it, it can go bad. But if I get a couple reps, I'm very confident. How old am I? 32. What is your fastest smile? 428. Did I listen to From Zero yet? What is From Zero? I don't know. And Samuel, I will keep it up. Thank you. Ooh, Linkin Park album. No. Guys, I don't really listen to music. I need a cooking live stream. Guys, is cooking really fun? It's just cooking is gonna make my room smell like shit. Ooh, I'm not good at baking. I'm really not good at baking. I don't really love baking. You know what my issue with baking is? I feel like baking, like a lot of baked goods, when you actually make it, you realize how much sugar and how much butter goes into it. So I'm like, oh, no way, I'm not putting that much sugar and butter. So I basically like half the required butter and stuff, and then it tastes like shit. What is the Zero? From Zero? Dude, I just don't listen to music. I haven't opened Spotify in like the longest time. Maybe it'll come to me. I'll try to remember. G-Dad, what's the next video ideas? Next video is how I beat a puzzle game that only 200 people have beaten. After that, it is beating 9 circles as my first Geometry Dash level. After that is, what's the title for this video? Something like, I did the One Punch Man workout for 100 days. And then, I don't know, after that. Maybe an Undertale video. Maybe, something smaller, I don't know. Maybe a piano video. How was I at academics? I was goated at academics until college. Like high school, no joke, nothing could stop me. But then college was very difficult because you actually have to study, and I didn't know how to study. OPM workout feels like it's something that would get a lot of views. Yeah, Banana Fish. The whole reason I was doing it, or like was inspired to, was because there's one other video. Someone did like a David Goggins workout for like 100 days, and that video popped off. I think I had like fucking like 20 million views or something. Maybe not 20 million, but like at least 10 million. Granted, his storytelling was really good, and I think he was probably a lot more like hardcore about the diet. So I think the transformation was a little crazier, but I don't know, there's like a potential there. Why did I quit my job and why streaming? I'm about to start my tech job and I'm low-key dreading it. Everyone is telling me I'm about to be replaced by AI soon. Penzin, honestly, you're probably gonna get replaced by AI. I mean, I think it's hard. I think it's a little like good and bad. Like, you have to take advantage of AI. If you don't take advantage of it, I think you're like very replaceable. Cause I don't know, wait, what type of work did you say you're doing? A tech job or something? I'm assuming you're like an engineer. Eventually engineers aren't really gonna be necessary. It's mostly just gonna be like product managers and like, I don't know, tech leads who can like just absorb all the fucking like 10 roles. So I think that's what makes it hard. But before this, I was a data engineer for 10 years. And I quit because I didn't enjoy it. It was paying well, but I was getting no fulfillment out of life. So then I couldn't take it anymore. And then I just quit and I started streaming. Yeah, but what I will say is like, I don't think you should feel terrible, Penzin, because at least the mindset I had while I was working is like, worst case, even if you hate your job, you're still moving forward by like saving money and like giving you like a little like a safety net for the future. So I feel like you shouldn't feel too terrible about it. Just if you're like saving money, you give yourself more options in the future. But what I would say is like, time goes fast. And like, I know a lot of people who didn't like their jobs and then like, they just like blink their eye. Even me, like I just like blink my eyes. And then one day I'm like 7 years into my career going absolutely nowhere. So I would say just like keep your mind open and like always be seeking other opportunities maybe, whether that's within tech or outside of tech. Because I feel like also even within tech, if you just really find a good team that you really fuck with, I feel like that's really cool. Even at like a company that you don't like think you would like that much, people around you, if your manager does not inspire you, you're probably in the wrong place. Unless you get paid like a boatload. How do I stream? Every day right now, pretty much. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. 9 to 5 days blur together so quickly. Yeah, it's scary. It's genuinely scary because everything is so routine, and then like you're kind of tired on the weekends. So then, like on the weekends, you're just like, oh, gotta recover. And there's the next week, and there's the next week, and then there's the next week, and there's no like big events, so everything just kind of blurs. But yeah, that's what like stopped me from it so much is like, I felt like I wasn't alive. Like, and that's why I think the first thing that led me to like quit is like when I found running, I started like racing and stuff. And like when I started racing, I was like, oh shit, I feel nervous. What is this nervous and excitement I feel? I was like, dude, I haven't felt like this in ages. Like I'm probably doing something wrong in my other job. I feel like you should always like evaluate in life. If you never feel nervous or sad or something, like it's or excited. I think nervous is the big one for me. If you don't feel nervous, you're probably not like really living life. I don't know. Have I ever tried drawing? Yes, I have. I'm pretty bad though at drawing. And how long does a 10K run take? I think right now it's at like 55 minutes. And what's my Insta? The same as everything else, and it's Rue. And do I play MC? Not right now. Koala, we'll do MC all advances at the end of the year. And I actually did learn Japanese in high school, but it didn't stick with me. Is Rue your real name? Nope. It's my streamer name. It's a secret, JX. You're gonna have to stick around to find out. You hear Rue's real name, everything clicks. Exactly. Whoa. Did you approach content creation with a plan and strategy or just winged it at first? Guys, it's really funny. Because I feel like right now, Ludwig is getting a lot of, I guess like buzz for his like streaming university stuff. But it's like, I feel like that, he had like a video like 5 years ago that pretty much said like 90% of what was in that video or like in the lectures. And I kind of used that as a blueprint. When I first started making videos, I was like, I basically just copied Ludwig to a T. I copied like all his videos, not all his videos, but like video structures. And I guess that was the plan. I was like, Ludwig stuff works. If I can, copy the formats, like I should be able to do it as well. And that's yeah, that's kind of the playbook. I think he provided the playbook, and then I kind of ran with that. But it definitely wasn't like no plan. I definitely had a plan. Ooh, that was the hard part, Penzin. I edited myself, and I had to learn how to edit. So that was kind of hard. That was probably the hardest part, is like editing myself. But it wasn't that bad. Like, I feel like a lot of times you can get like lost in the sauce of editing. But at its core, I feel like editing is like secondary to the actual like video concept. Like, as long as your like narrative is like strong and compelling, the editing could be a little subpar and it won't really affect it. So I would never say, even now, I think my editing's got better, but I would never say I'm a good editor. I would say I'm like a serviceable editor. So that's yeah. Which is why I'm really interested, right? I think that's like the biggest unlock and why I'm excited to work with new editors. So it's like if I'm like the director and they have much better editing skills than me, I think we could like go to like a new level with the content. Everyone does love a good story. Penzen, let's just see the Minecraft video. It took a lot. I was putting all my eggs in one basket. That took a long time to edit. Like that took an unreal amount of time to edit. I mean, it basically took 3 months to edit. Like 3 months of probably like 3 days a week, just like editing. It did pay off massively. Yeah, I think it did. But like, I think the more mature you get as a creator, as like a YouTuber, you start to realize that like, you have to start thinking about like ROI, like how much time you put into something for like what you get out of it. And even though the Minecraft thing like made a lot of money, it's like, I couldn't do that every quarter and like, I would have to do more, right? It's like, it's not enough for the amount of time I put in. But all my videos are bad ROI. That's the issue. Okay, but then if you look at my second channel and you see the Minecraft reaction video, that video took me 10 minutes to make. And I think it made over like $1,000. That's the type of like gold mine that we need. Like that ROI is insane. How do you decide what video to do when it takes so long? I think off the hair, like when I do streams, I always pick an idea. I mean, not always, but a lot of times I do some research and make sure that like, there's like a market for it. So for like this running thing, there is a market for it. I think I'm investing a lot, but I think at the beginning you just need a market. If there's a successful video that does something similar, I think that's really helpful. But then even with that, if I do the challenge and it doesn't go well, like I feel like it's not interesting or I can't find a story, then I don't do the video. Guys, you know what'd be really hard is like a Geometry Dash mile. I feel like when you're running, you lose a lot of oxygen to the brain. And it would be interesting to see like how that would affect someone's gameplay. What did this machine cost me? $1,800. Hopefully, we can sell it for like over 1,000, please. Yeah, Band of Fish, I think that's kind of it, yeah. There's just like a bigger market. Which I think I could do more niche things once I'm like more established. Maybe like have like 1 million followers, I can do more like niche stuff and they would still kind of like watch. But I think if you're a new creator, you kind of have to do like stuff with big markets. Would there always be a market for this kind of challenge niche? Yeah. That's kind of why I'm doing it, even though it's like a huge investment, Penzen. Like, I think I underestimated how big of an investment this would be. Like 100 days is 3 months, over 3 months. And it's like, it's not just a workout itself, but it's like, this workout is so difficult that it affects like every other hour in my day. Like, I feel like I'm not able to edit as much. I feel like I'm not able to like be as animated in like other afternoon streams. So it is a huge investment, but I know that there's a market for it. So that's why I'm hoping it'll be worth it. I think that this video gets less than 1 million. It was a pretty big failure. Just for like the amount of time I put into this. True, Grizio. Dude, the streams will be lit. Yeah, Penzin, I feel like that's kind of the idea. But Penzin, that's also the danger of like YouTube or like any type of success. I feel like once that time comes and you build like a trust with your audience and they're more likely to like, you know, watch things, a lot of creators start like slacking off, right? Because it's like, okay, viewers will just kind of like, even if you have like an off video, they'll kind of still watch it. So I feel like it's very easy to get complacent. But I think with that, like, it's like a lot of creators don't notice that until it's too late. And then you do like subpar videos for like a year. And then your fan base is like, okay, wait, these videos are actually trash. And then they like move on. I feel like that's one of my biggest fears is like, I never want to take the viewership for granted. And I want to keep pushing myself to do cool things. Guys, I'm talking well today. Grass hole, 10K while beating 9 circles in Minecraft. Shake my head. Shake my head. What's the time there? It's 2:25 p.m. You know, I think that's why actually, like, just talking about like ROI, I feel like our like IRL segments actually have really high ROI. I feel like there's like a lot of interesting things you can do that aren't super time consuming. So I think we do one. I think I have like a banger IRL video idea next month. So I'm really excited for that. Although, dude, the only scary part about IRL is I don't want fucking weirdos talking to me. I want a bodyguard. How successful do you need to be to have a bodyguard? How much are bodyguards? I wonder. What's the hourly rate? Pay our friends for a day, true, as an option. Except all my friends have normal ass jobs. Wait, Greasy, am I a middle class streamer? Would I be considered middle class now? I think I'm a little low for middle class. I think middle class for me is like maybe like 50 to 100,000 a year. Hoodie, the title is only 220 people have beaten this game. That's the title. Grasshole, thank you so much for the sub, the tier 1. Guys, yesterday, so you know, I told you guys I don't really watch too much Twitch. I usually watch streams from like YouTube or something, or like VODs. Dude, I saw my first like real hype train, and I can see, dude, it gets fucking hype. I see why they call it a hype train. It was crazy. I never knew it like filled your screen with particles and stuff. It was actually insane. I think someone said like the highest hype train was like, Deadeye, was it you? You were like, you saw like a fucking 99 or something? I wonder how insane it gets at 99. It's probably, because I think the one I saw yesterday was like 15, and it was still crazy. Yeah, like 126. I feel like your screen would just break. Wait, I did think it's sub, no? I'm pretty sure. You know, sometimes I forget like who I responded to and who I didn't though. Like sometimes I think very often I respond to the same message twice. Because I forget like what I responded to and what I didn't. All because his chat wanted to play Valo on stream. Guys, I think Valorant is such a snooze fest. But it's because I just don't play shooters. I'm sure so many people think League is a snooze fest. I wasn't there at the end. I was there for the F-Slur stuff. Guys, they should sell F-Slur merch. Honestly. Do you watch series? Not really. No, I saw it in some streamer university persons. Crazy Zone 2 pace. Been trying to make a 9-minute pace my nose Zone 2. Thank you. Bean, Benny. Let me tell you, it doesn't feel like Zone 2 though. It feels like we're inching towards Zone 3 right now. What was your pace at the beginning of 70 days? It was 6 miles per hour. We got up to like 7.3, but then my ankle started hurting me. So we've had to tone it back down. Which I don't think we'll be able to progress much more. $7.2 maybe, I think, was our peak. And I feel like this is the kind of the max I feel comfortable in right now. Biggie, you're working out too. Nice. What was my favorite video to film? Favorite video to film I always say is my juggling video. Because I think there's almost like no greater elation that I've had on stream than when I finished my juggling for a minute. That was probably like actually the peak moment of my streaming career. Saw a cool video idea by some person on YouTube like me, great stream. Eating 2,500 calories and burning it off in the same stream. Holy shit, that's a lot. I did a stream, Ben, where I lost 5 pounds in a stream. That was hard. But, dude, 2,500 is no joke. 2,500 would probably require like a 20-mile run and then some stuff on top of that. Not impossible, but maybe I'll just do 2K. I feel like 2K would be pretty manageable. Did the video do numbers? But I also don't, actually, never mind. Obviously, I don't love like binge eating videos. But I guess 2K calories isn't even binge eating. It's just like a normal day. Dude, I'm sweating so much today, I don't know why. I feel like your stream ideas are always very unique and you're very willing to put in the work. Is the Melee arc over yet? Benny, we got an issue with the Melee arc. Penzen, thank you so much for the Prime. Is that you from YouTube? Okay. So Melee stuff. I gave myself a month, but I don't think that's enough time. I'm gonna get my shit pushed in by Ludwig. So then I think I'm just gonna keep playing offline until I get gold and then beat Ludwig. That is a current plan. I don't know how long that will take, but it's like, I don't know. It's kind of on hold, I guess, like on stream stuff. I think the hard part about that is like, I don't love the game. I like watching the game. I don't love playing the game. It's so hard. And like part of me just wants to mail it in and just be like, okay, I couldn't beat him in a month. But then I feel like that ain't me. Would I ever go to Diamond Gym for a stream? No, I don't think so. Ben, do you play Melee? Are you a Melee player? I think Diamond Gym is like very David Goggins pilled, and I'm not David Goggins pilled. Played a bit but never got good. Same as me. Never got good. Yeah, I think I'm like at a hump right now where like I don't want to say like I'm as good as I can get with like my bad tech, but I think I need better tech to like get a little better. Luke, thank you so much for the 2 months. Only 1 month to go, yeah. I can't believe it, but we have somehow made it here. What thing do you like to eat the most? I like to eat watermelon. I love watermelon. Although I have been eating like a lot of ice cream these days with my Ninja Creamy. I'm in my Ninja Creamy arc. Ben, thank you so much for the Prime. Is a Smash grind over? It is. I just was talking about it, Luke. It's on hold right now. I am still playing off stream. But I don't know when I'm gonna play Ludwig, cause I want to beat him. So I might just grind off stream for like 2 months, and then once I'm gold, I beat him, or like I play him. But I don't know what I'm gonna do with that video yet. Yes, did you finally get your essay back? Did I? Yeah, Luke, I'm trying to like salvage the video, and I feel like on one hand, like I genuinely feel like the game is like eating away at me, but it's like it almost be like I'm quitting. Like if I just feel like, oh well, I couldn't beat him in a month. So I want to kind of put like a good ending on it, where I'm like, okay, it took me like 4 months, but I eventually got there. I did. I passed barely. Ooh, nice. You passed. That's what matters. Why don't I like David Goggins? I just don't agree with his methods, I guess. I don't know. Like, I think we're on different ends of the spectrum. I feel like David Goggins thinks it's cool to run 50 miles. And I think it's cool to run 1 mile in like under 4 minutes. Were you a data engineer? Which company? Because I was thinking of going to the field. Yes, I was a data engineer. I was at like it was like a data specific company, but it was like a health tech startup. I would recommend it. I think it's, I mean, I don't know how AI has changed the industry, but at least when I was working like a year ago, it was a pretty good field to be in, I think. Because it's kind of like a unmature field, I feel like. And there isn't like a lot of talent. So I don't think there's too much competition for data engineers. I am reading chat, Alex. Ben, are you at school or are you already working? I got a homie at Airbnb in NYC and he recommended me to apply. Just finished senior in college, okay. Yeah. I think Airbnb would be a great place to do it because they probably have a more mature organization just because it's so critical to their business. Damn, just finished senior year though. Ready for the real world? But I'm in hardware, mechanical engineering. Aren't there not a lot of jobs in mechanical engineering? Or isn't it like highly competitive? Because, I mean, I guess there aren't that many jobs. Alex, we might do one at the end of the year. I just eat a shit ton of watermelon. Quite competitive for the good jobs, but not too bad for the random ones in the middle of nowhere. Ooh, but you don't want to be in the middle of nowhere. You know what I think is actually like a kind of sick, it's like a sick strat. Okay, so one of my friends who actually still works at Airbnb, I think, he like lived with his parents for like the first 3 years of his career, like after he graduated college. And dude, you can actually get like such a head start in like saving by doing that. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if it's worth it or not, but like, you know how like money compounds and like the earlier you make the money, like the more it grows. But like he basically just got like a huge head start by like saving like 80% of his income for the first 3 years. I think that's actually kind of like a not a bad strat. But if you're trying to have fun and stuff, obviously it makes a ton of sense. That's kind of the way I went. I like worked in New York, and it was very fun. But it's just like different options, I guess. And I feel like it's always competitive for the good jobs. It's always competitive for the good jobs. Got a first round interview for my dream internship at Zipline. Wait, what is Zipline? Zipline. That's not a zip car, right? Zip car is the car thing. Zipline. I feel like, is Zipline not green, the logo? Okay, maybe not. Drone deliveries. Damn. That's cool. Ooh. That actually sounds like a sick job. I feel like for a lot of jobs that you get out of school, it's like the good jobs. I mean, yes, the money's better. I mean, I think everything's better. The money's better. The responsibilities are better because you're doing like more fun stuff. But then I feel like the worst companies, you get paid less and like you don't do as fun things. That's like a lot of the companies I worked at was like, they were not like top tier companies. So it's like, I thought like the work kind of sucked. That is true. They have like a super intense like, yeah. My partner worked at Google and she struggled. It was like too intense and like burnt her out. Yeah, it is, dude. That's the crazy thing about like work and like big companies. Dude, it's so much RNG. It's so much RNG. Like if you get, like you could join a team, right? Love your manager and then they leave before you even start. And then you get someone completely new and then you hate them. And it's like, what? That's not what I signed up for. It's so RNG. Oh my God. Like even within the same company, I went from like loving my job, loving my manager, like I would have like died for my company. And then like, I don't know, a year later, I'm like, okay, this company sucks. And King, hello. Wait guys, is low cortisol good? Or is low cortisol bad? What is cortisol? I know the meme, but like, what is cortisol? Stress hormones. Ah, got it. Got it. Guys, I am high cortisol right now. I am like the highest cortisol. It's like a peak cortisol. Oh my gosh, 985. Thank you so much for the raid. What's up, y'all? Hope you had a good stream.
I'm just talking about high cortisol right now. Right now, we are just doing... Oh, he had a big bicep stream. Guys, I have like a... I don't know. I'm doing a highly inefficient workout right now. That's for the memes. I'm doing a meme workout. And I'm kind of sick of the meme workout. If I'm being honest. He said he'll do a human flag someday. Damn, that's beyond me. I don't think I could ever do that. I do not think I could ever do a human flag. You know what spices up this workout? Pull-ups. Guys, once again, we cannot do pull-ups. We only have inverted rows. We only have inverted rows. I mean, maybe I could do pull-ups off of this thing. Actually, no, I can't. You're not that tall, which makes it easier, no? Do a single arm handstand. Guys, I'm weak. Single arm handstand. How am I supposed to do a single arm handstand? Also, while you're at it, do 10 backflips. What if I was secretly practicing my backflips? Would it be impressive for me to just rip a backflip right now? It would actually be pretty impressive, no? Dude, I'm just too old. I'm too old. This is the classic thing. This happens to everyone in their lives, right? You think you're still like 20, and then you do the thing that in your mind, you're like, I don't know if that's a good idea. And then I rip the backflip, and then I go to the hospital. I foresee it happening. Like it is 100% gonna happen. and then I'll be like, okay, yeah, I should not have done that. And then that's like, I know I'm old. I don't need to prove that I'm old by doing that. Guys, I'm in my 30s. I'm in my mid 30s. I'm in my mid 30s. I've lived like 3 lives. I've lived a decade of a 9-to-5er. You guys don't know what I've been through. You guys don't know the shit I've seen. You guys don't know. You guys don't know the time before ride-sharing apps. You guys don't know knocking on someone's door to play outside. Wait, did you guys knock on people's door to play outside or no? I feel like that kind of got lost. Also, I've been told it's very hard to read chat and work out. Yeah, here we are. Dude, but protein, I yap too much. The workout suffers. Was my haircut by choice? Yes, it was by choice. Wait, how would my haircut not be by choice? If I like made a bet or something? I don't know. Sometimes I called in advance, but usually I went over as a kid. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I've seen things. Grasshole, I don't know what to tell you. I can show you my ID. I can show you the government. Which I'm not gonna do.
But how would you know? What if I am lying? What if I am lying? Do I get carded still? Well, I stopped drinking, so I don't really get carded because I don't really drink that much. You know, actually, I do get carded. Guys, you know what's really stupid? I don't know if this is around the world. In the US, you get carded for non-alcoholic beer. It's so stupid. It's like, dude, it's non-alcoholic. Why are you carding me? Do I remember 9/11? Yes, I remember 9/11 vividly. Vividly remember 9/11. I was in first grade. We watched it on TV. Wait, we watched it on TV. Isn't that kind of messed up? I just realized that. If you were running a class, would you turn on the news about the 9/11 to potentially traumatize the children? I never really that never crossed my mind. I don't know if I would have showed the children that. You're not like wheel input landline phone old. Not wheel input, but I am old enough where you couldn't use the phone and the internet at the same time. Yeah. Yes, dial up. Yes. And then like every time you were trying to like download something, I don't know, there's just like this like green like progress bar that was like annoying as fuck. Yes, crazy noise internet. AOL or something? I don't know. Yeah, these kids are traumatized, I guess. Matchas, how is that possible? I think I could hold 190 plus heart rate for like 2 minutes. Do I still play chess? Nope, I have not touched chess in a very long time. A lot of these games, like chess and Melee, they give me depression. I would drop a follow, but I want to see at least 5 pull-ups or 10 burpees. Guys, once again, we do not have a pull-up bar, but I can do inverted rows. I feel like 40 inverted rows are worth 5 pull-ups. No backflip is happening, guys. I don't have health insurance. I do not have health insurance. It's not possible. Oh, let me change the marker. And a flagpole. How many people in the world can do a flagpole? Isn't it like a crazy, like... Flagpole is one of the hardest things you can do, no? You know, I've actually never done too many burpees in my life. I feel like the only time I've ever done burpees is in like a HIIT class. It's like a very like HIIT class specific thing. Any leak for your next challenge / stream series? Ben, for big things, I think in the near future, we're gonna have a hackathon this weekend where I make like a website. But like a longer term challenge, I don't know. We might do like a Pokemon thing, or what else is there? There were some suggestions. I think it's likely going to be a Pokemon thing. Did I ever do a Spartan race? I've never done a Spartan race. Or like, that's kind of like similar to like a Tough Mudder, right? Ooh, speed cubing is likely gonna happen before Pokemon. Do you have kids or do you sell sneakers? No, Jewel. I just used to run a lot back in the day. In a previous life, I used to run a lot. So I have like, I probably have like within my apartment, I have like 20 pairs of shoes, I think. Guys, I'm not a shoe scalper. I'm not a scalper. How much do you think you improved since day one? Actually, not a ton. Not actually a ton. Not a crazy amount. And what's the most expensive thing you have? What is the most expensive thing I have? I think it's my PC. My PC is probably the most expensive thing I have. Actually, I'm almost positive my PC is the most expensive thing I have. Have you considered an Iron Man? I'll do it. I have a promise with chat. I have a promise with chat that if there are 4 other viewers that are down to do an Iron Man, I will do the Iron Man with them. But I don't really have a desire to do an Iron Man on my own. But I'll do it for the community, you know? But I need 4 others. I need 4 others who are down. And it all needs to be the same Iron Man. We can do wait, is Iron Man a full Iron Man? No? Like Iron Man? Wait. What are we talking about right now? What are we talking about? We're talking about Iron Man 70.3, right? The half Iron Man? Or we're talking about a fucking full Iron Man? Is it when people say Iron Man, don't they mean that the 70.3? Isn't that what most people do? No, I'm talking 70.3. Wait, what is a full Iron Man? Is full Iron Man like a marathon? Like 200 miles biking and then like a 6-mile swim? Is that what a full Iron Man is? Did I nail all those numbers? I mean, half Iron Man, I don't think would be like that hard. Like, I think I could tough it out. Full Iron Man would be like kind of like life or death. Like full Iron Man would be like actually life or death. Like I would have to dig so fucking deep for that. Do people jump into full Iron Man or do they always do like half Iron Man? What if I raw dog a full Iron Man? Oh, that would get hella views. Ooh, see you, Ben. Good luck with the interview. Good luck with the interview. Hope you do well. Raw talking it might kill me. I mean, if I could just get past the swim, it would be fine. I think the swim would be the only hard part. I don't think... Okay, 26 miles is a lot, but if I'm just like jogging, I don't think it'll like kill me. And then the bike... Is biking hard? Can't you just bike like forever if you bike slow enough? Like, I feel like biking... If you bike like 10 miles per hour, isn't it chill? I don't know. Maybe my like hips would lock up actually, but I don't know. What if I start like walking the bike? Oh, dude, that's so far. The hard part is you only have 17 hours. So I think I could chill run a marathon in under 4 hours, right? That'd be a pretty chill marathon for me. So 4 hours there. Swim can't take that long. Oh, swim is kind of hard. So swim in like an Olympic pool, I have swam, I think like 2 miles in like probably an hour-ish. So that'd be a 3-hour swim, but it's open water. So it'd be even more. So maybe that's like a fucking 5-hour, 6-hour swim. Oh, dude, 6-hour swim is insane. Are you kidding me? That'd be like 10 hours. Wait, Deadeye, are you talking about a full Ironman or half? Oh, swim is only 2.4 miles. Okay, that's easy then. Okay, that's not bad. So then I could probably do that in like 3 hours. No, 2 hours. I could do that in like 2 hours. So that's like 5 hours, or that's like 6 hours, and I have 11 hours for the bike. 11 hours for the bike is not, I feel like that's pretty manageable. The only scary part would be if I think the biggest concern would be like my hips locking up from the bike. Cause I think my hips would get super tight, I think. Grace, today's feeling great. Today's feeling great. What's the ideal order of the Ironman if you're to change it? Okay, I think the ideal order is... Oh, fuck. Actually, the run being last... Dude, the run after the bike actually kind of sucks. I think if I could have my way, I'll reverse the bike and the run. Because I feel like the way I see it, biking is like... It's like your cooldown, I think. But like the run after the bike would be kind of tough, I feel like. Is there a deal for trio? Each guy does one thing? I'm sure there are Ironman relays. Guys, I could be the cameraman. Yeah, I can watch. I think it would be cool if you had enough people to do like a streamer like Ironman relay with your chat. It's like who's got the most athletic chat? What's up, Yo-Yo? I do IRL biking races. Dude, biking races honestly scare me though, because I'm really scared of going too fast on bikes. That's why whenever I bike, I just use like an indoor bike. Because, dude, if you fall when you're going like 30 miles per hour, that shit could actually mess you up. It can actually really, really mess you up. I've seen someone get hit by a 50 mile per hour car and go like flying. Okay, I haven't seen it, but it's like where I used to run a lot. They straight up got like hit by a 50 mile per hour car. Swimming in open water is kind of scary. It is. I feel like swimming in open water is hard because like you don't know where you are. At least in a pool, you have like lap markers. I feel like in open water, you're like, when is this gonna end? When is this gonna end? I've actually never swam in open water though. So that could be much harder than I am like I don't know how hard 2 miles of open water swimming is compared to a pool. Like I'm saying it's like twice as hard, but it could even be more than twice as hard. If you don't have good form and you're not efficient, I feel like you could kind of like get nowhere. Is this challenge just to get in shape, or are you training for something? It's just to get in shape. So I used to be a pretty fast runner. And then I got injured and I started streaming. So then I basically gained like 30 pounds in like 8 months. So this is just trying to like kickstart me back into feeling athletic again. But it's kind of like a meme workout. So it's like not really to like get in like peak shape or anything. It's more just like, I guess like a mental challenge for myself maybe. When you're doing push-ups, is it hard for you to keep your arms aligned, or is it just me? I think people have called this out on my push-ups. I think a lot of my forms are like kind of trash. Yeah. We're getting ready for Iron Man. Oh, I don't know. I think I haven't really watched any of my videos, like my past live streams, so I can't really tell. What's the Ironman world record? Let me guess what the Ironman world record is. Okay, let's see. I think if you were in peak shape, peak Ironman shape, I do believe you could do the run in under 2 hours and 30 minutes. Even maybe like, no, I think 2 hours and 30 minutes is probably like a full Ironman. Even faster? No, maybe faster. I don't think you could go under 2 hours, 20 minutes. I think that would, after last activity, the run, I don't think you could run under 2 hours, 20 minutes. Okay, so that's our cap, I think. I think the swim would be pretty fast, no? Would the swim not be like under 30 minutes for a 2-mile swim? I'll just say 30. I don't really know. 2-mile swim. Open water. I'll say 25. You know what? Fuck it. 20 minutes. And then so that's like 240. And then I don't know how many miles was the bike again? Like 110 or something? $10 miles in 20 minutes? 20 minutes? 200, 3 hours? 5 hours? I think the world record for Ironman, full Ironman, is like under 6 hours. High 5 hours. No? High 5 hours? Okay, never mind. It's a little longer. 7 hours. So I got the run pretty much on point. The swim was a little longer. I thought the swim would take like less than 30. And then the bike takes 4 hours. Interesting. Interesting. Guys, you know what's crazy? Matt, do you know Alex Yee? He's like one of the best. I think he won the like Olympic gold in the triathlon. Alex Yee. Name ring a bell? But I don't know. He's like the best triathlon person in the world, but like, dude, that guy's actually like an insane runner. He's actually an insane runner. Like, he could be a professional runner. He's so fast. You know, Dexter, you know what I think would be really cool? Is to apply for the Physical 100. Like the TV show. I think it'd be a sick side quest to do like a reality TV show like that. Mr. Luke, if I have many hobbies, what should my channel niche be? Mr. Luke, honestly, you know what to say? I think a lot of times when you're making something, I saw like an Instagram post about this, but it's like when you're making something, you're so concerned about it being perfect that it like stops you from doing stuff. But like, if you look back at people's first videos, like huge creators, their first videos are trash. And I feel like you could, why I'm saying that is like, I feel like you're thinking about what niche your channel should be. You could just post anything on your channel. Like all the hobbies you have, you could just do like a video on each hobby, see which one you enjoy making, see which one like resonates with the audience, and then you can choose. But I feel like, I mean, I struggle with this too. Like I struggle with this as well, where it's like, I don't want any garbage on my channel. But I feel like being so focused on not putting garbage on your channel actually stifles growth. And the sooner you like put garbage on the channel, then the sooner you can like get closer to like, you know, figuring out what the good stuff is. I think. So my advice would just be to just make videos. Not like overthink what type of channel you have to have or something. It's just like let it form naturally. Depending on like what, you know, you make. Is that the dude with the record VO2 max? I don't know, Yo-Yo. I don't think so. Where's the garbage on your channel? Nerdnick, I think my ACT video was pretty garbage. I think my ACT video, the first video on my channel, I think is pretty hot garbage. But as I mentioned, I also struggle with this. I feel like I should be more willing to put shit on my channel. But I do get kind of like very, I also think I'm at a point now where I have developed at least a little bit of an audience. And I don't want to like ruin the trust I have with my audience. Like I feel like they expect high quality stuff. So that's why I'm like a little scared. But I think when you're starting out and you don't really have a dedicated audience, I think that like advice is like much more like true, where you can just be very, very liberal with like your, you know, figuring out what you want to do and stuff, or just the types of videos you want to make. Ooh, Backyard Baseball 2. The Backyard Baseball one is interesting though, because it's like, I thought it was a really cool premise, and I did see previous videos that kind of popped off about it, which is why I did it. But I don't know, maybe it's niche. I also think a video like that though, like it could. I think some of those videos like have potential in like a year or two from now to like randomly hit some like algorithm or something. But I really enjoyed the Backyard Baseball one. Cause I mean, it was kind of just like, I've always loved that game. So it's kind of more like, I just thought it was really interesting, but. Do I have any sponsors? I do not have any sponsors right now, but I am working on it. Yeah, Deadeye, I'm kind of annoyed that they came out with a brand new game, like 6 months after I made mine. And now my game is like outdated now. It's annoying. You know what's cool though is like that I think the new Backyard Baseball game, I think they're supposed to have online multiplayer at some point. It's like in development, but I think that actually has potential to like pop off. I think that'd be really fun, even among like different like creators and stuff. I think that's. I can sponsor you with kindness, Matcha. That's all we need around here.
Does being young impact how videos do? Mr. Luke, are you saying if you're a child, will that change how your videos do? Is that what you're asking? And Marcel, what's up? I think if I am understanding what you're saying, I do think your age impacts how your videos do. Imagine like a 8-year-old. Dude, I don't know, that'd be kind of sick. Imagine an 8-year-old decked out in like a a suit reporting on news. That would be kind of ironic, no? And like doing like political commentary. That could go really hard. It's like that like shock factor. Age could really have an impact, but it might not at all. I mean, like, lots of younger people usually never get lots of views, I feel like. I think a lot of that is because when you're young... How do I say it? It's like... I mean, I think it's the same reason why you don't see, like, children directing movies. I feel like when you're young, you don't have a lot of perspective, and you're still figuring out life. So it's like, if you're still figuring out life, how are you supposed to know what other people would like? Because you're still figuring out like your own emotions and stuff. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm saying it would take someone who's like very precocious to like, you know? And even children YouTubers, they're usually directed, like they don't do these themselves. They're like directed by their parents or like other people, you know, who have like more life experience. But I do think like once you're like, you see a lot of like YouTubers, like once you're like maybe like in high school, you know, 14, 16 years old. I think there are a good amount of like YouTubers who like are that age. But I think if you're like under 10, it is kind of hard. Ooh, you think you're at the age where you're very self-conscious? Wait, well, self-conscious? I think that's what you're saying. Dude, every like young person is self-conscious though. I think the cool thing there is like the sooner you can break out of the self-consciousness, the more freedom you have in life. I used to be very self-conscious in high school, middle school too, of like wanting to fit in and be cool, but none of it matters. And I'm very jealous of the people that I knew looking back who didn't really care about what other people thought and just did their thing. If you look back, those are the people who are like the coolest. Like the people, when I look back, the people who like gave no fucks and just did their thing, they were the cool ones. And people like me who cared too much about what other people said, not cool. Ugh. All right, guys. I'm gonna go pee really quick, and then we'll do our weigh-in. Oh, I'll be back in a sec.
Alrighty, let's do our weigh-in. Let's do our big weigh-in. Alright, our day 70 weigh-in. Please, 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 please. Guys, you know what actually looks pretty good? I feel like... Actually, no, fuck. Maybe not. Maybe it looks better in my mirror. I don't know. Alrighty. Am I on the east or west coast? I'm on the east coast. I don't want to get my... Oh, fuck, I should. You know what? Hold on. Ah! Alrighty. Today's weight of the day is a cool 136.4. It's our peak low. $136.4. I want to break into the 135s very soon. Tomorrow we hit 135s. Guys, we're back on track. Finally, we're back on track. Boom. 136.4 down 10.4 pounds. I think at this rate, 127 is looking a little out of reach. But I think at the minimum, under 130. I think that was actually our original goal, was under 130. I think I would have been happy with under 130. Maybe we could shoot for like a 128 or something. We got 1 month left. Ooh, actually no. 1 month, 6 pounds in a month is already enough, I feel like. Maybe we shoot for under 130. I think I'll be happy with under 130. Anyways, y'all, that's about it for the stream today. I'll be back tomorrow. No afternoon streams for a little bit. Dude, I have to stop calling it afternoon streams. What do I call it? No second streams for a few days until Saturday, when we'll do hackathon stuff. But I'll be back tomorrow to start the last month of this challenge. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyways, y'all, thanks for tuning in. I will catch you all later. And thanks, Raiders, for being here. Call it double shift. Yeah. No more double shifts till Saturday. Bye-bye.